Hello and welcome to the Django-viewflow introduction video. In this video we will talk about what new Django-viewflow brings to the Django world. And we'll see how Django-viewflow helps you to construct simple workflow web interface. This tutorial expects that you are familiar with the Django web framework. There are many workflow libraries in Java and C# world. viewflow brings workflow notions into the Django. viewflow is a Python-friendly workflow library. It tries to highlight the best what we have in Django. Django is a popular and well-known web development framework released over 10 years ago. Django provides basement for create fast and reliable websites. It continuously evolves and adapts new features for modern and fast development. viewflow adds new layer on top of Django infrastructure, the flow. Flow is the single place where you can define logic that weaves all your people activities, background jobs, and operations together. In addition, viewflow comes with pre-built UI and task list views that help you to get immediate feedback from customers and website's users and continuously discuss and approve the flow. viewflow is built to help to use Business Process Modeling Notation, or BPMN, is the software specification for your website. BPMN was introduced in 2005 and became the most popular and successful notation for describing processes. BPMN has a small set of basic elements, but provides a rich way to express things that are impossible in many other business modeling notations. Django-viewflow provides a convenient set of API to express BPMN in code. viewflow takes care about task state management, concurrent updates, parallel task synchronization, and user permission checking. In usual Django web development, we have flows scattered around the view code. We do the object updation and the background task activation in the same place. This makes flow modifications hard. Django-viewflow allows to extract all flow code into a separate flow class, makes it explicitly visible, and makes views and tasks code reusable in different workflows. Django-viewflow comes with optional but handy pre-built UI, where you can embed your own views, but still have Bootstrap CSS styling for your forms and built-in dynamic form set support. Pre-built task list and queues with process details pages provide convenient way to navigate over available flows. Django-viewflow UI is built on top of class-based views and could be customized more easily than the Django administration web interface. So, let's see how we could implement Hello World process, where one could start Hello World request, another person approves it, and if the request was approved, the background job sends it to the world. Okay, let's start a usual Django project. First, create a virtual environment. Django-viewflow open source version supports only Python 3.3. Okay, so let us use Django 1.7 and the latest Django-viewflow version. Let's create a Django project itself and Hello World application inside. So now we have Django project demo and Hello World application inside it. First, we need to change the settings installed applications. We are adding what we are going to use. viewflow itself, then pre-built UI viewflow.state. It's optional but a convenient way for you to start. And demo.helloworld application itself. For using viewflow.site, we also had to auth and request template context processors. Let's start the flow. Let's take a look to process. We have two user-level tasks, one if gate and one background job execution. Let's start flows.py. First, we need to translate each task from this diagram to a corresponding flow class attribute. Let's weave it. We're using this helper to define forward references. The approved task is not defined on the line of start task, but we could make a reference using this helper, as you can see, and it would be resolved on the end of flow construction. We need to specify where to store the data. So we need to create the process model class and specify the process class attribute to our flow. Let's go to models. We are inherit our process from base process class and define additional fields. What we need to store is test request itself and approved state. This is our model. When we have a process, we could specify a condition. If get accepts lambda predicate that takes a process and returns a boolean. So what we need now? We need some views and tasks that will do the job. Let's use the Django class-based views for convenience. For the start, we are going to add view.createRequestView, for approved task, view.approveRequestView, and for the job, tasks.send. This is finally how the flow class looks like. Let's create views. We use Django views generic.updateView with viewflow views mixin that do for us flow task activation. We will fill only text field, and we need to provide an object for the update view. Process instances are created and initialized by startViewMixin. We could get access to it by self.activation.process. Activation represents our flow task activation. At this point, process instance is not saved in database, but is properly initialized and could be used by update view. And the next view is approve request view. We use taskViewMixin because we don't need to start new flow instance, and we are using update view to do the rest. For the background task execution, let's enable the Celery support. This is typical quick start Celery application configuration for Django, nothing special. Let's create tasks.py. As usual, we define a Celery task and in addition use flow job decorator that will do flow activation for us. Finally, let's register the flow in the viewflow.site and register view site and in urls.py. Okay, we have finished flow creation. Let's run it. Let's start a Celery process. Now we can start a web server. Let's check flow's URL in a browser. Here we are. We need to log in with the superuser we have created. We can see the process list, nothing in here yet. Let's start the process. Okay, here we see that the start task is finished and the approved task is activated. We don't provide any auto-assignment procedure, so approved task is unassigned, but is available for us. So let's grab it. And now we can execute it. Let's approve it. And the approved task is finished, if get finished, and the send task is activated. Wait a moment. And send task is executed by celery worker. That's all. Next, you can define permissions on user tasks, make some task auto-assignment, and perform further customization. In the next videos, I am going to tell about ViewFlow internals, how it works, and how it could be used directly without ViewFlow.site or class-based views. Check our site, see the ViewFlow examples in action, and grab the source code on GitHub. Thanks for watching. See you in our next video.